Welcome to Senior Health, where we believe that growing older can mean growing stronger, wiser, and healthier every day. Now let me ask you something simple. When was the last time you ate a piece of fruit and thought, "This must be good"? For me, maybe it was a handful of grapes, a slice of mango, or a banana with your breakfast. After all, fruit is nature's candy, right? Full of vitamins, fresh, and much better than a cookie or soda. But what if I told you that for people over 60, some of these fruits could quietly be working against you, causing your blood sugar to spike, raising your blood pressure, even making your joints ache, and you might not even know it because you were trying to do the right thing. In today's video, we're going to uncover the 4 fruits seniors should never eat, and more importantly, 4 fruits your body still craves after 60. Ones that can actually protect your heart, your brain, and your bones. If you've ever felt more tired than usual after breakfast, or noticed your blood pressure creeping up despite your efforts, today's video might just reveal the missing piece. Let's begin with a story that might sound familiar. Go to the surprising truth about fruit. After 60, Helen is 68. She retired a few years ago and decided to overhaul her diet. Less processed food, more fresh produce. Every morning she started her day with a large bowl of mixed fruit. Sometimes mango, sometimes pineapple, sometimes grapes and banana. She thought she was doing everything right. But by midday she felt tired, bloated. Her blood pressure had started climbing and she was constantly thirsty. A visit to her doctor uncovered something surprising. Her new, healthy breakfast was the very thing throwing her body out of balance. You see, as we age, our body becomes more sensitive to natural sugars, even the kind found in fruit. After 60, our pancreas may not respond to sugar as efficiently, and our cells may struggle to regulate insulin. That means even natural sugars can spike blood glucose levels, leading to fatigue, cravings, and inflammation. Some fruits, while full of nutrients, are also high in fructose and low in fiber, a double whammy that hits harder in later life. Worse still, certain fruits interact with common medications taken by seniors, especially those for blood pressure or cholesterol. For example, grapefruit can interfere with statins and blood pressure drugs, sometimes dangerously. What feels like a fresh, innocent snack might be quietly undermining your energy and your health goals. And it's not just about sugar. Some fruits are highly acidic, irritating the stomach, weakening enamel, or increasing inflammation in joints that already ache with arthritis. But here's the good news. Not all fruits are created equal, and knowing which ones to limit and which ones to lean into can change how you feel every single day. So don't toss out the fruit bowl just yet. We're not here to cut fruit from your life. We're here to choose it more wisely. In the next section, I'll walk you through the 4 fruits seniors should be especially cautious with and why. 2. 4 fruits that can harm seniors and why you may be eating them daily. Let's stay with the real world for a moment. A few months ago, I met Charles. He's 71, still active, still takes pride in walking to the market and preparing his own meals. Every afternoon, he'd sit down with a book and enjoy his favorite snack, a handful of raisins, a banana, and sometimes a small bowl of mango. He told me, "Doctor, it's fruit. It's gotta be good, right?" But Charles had been, struggling with higher than normal blood pressure. His blood sugar was also creeping up, and worst of all, he had started to experience joint stiffness in the morning. He thought maybe it was just age, but the truth was far simpler and much more fixable. Here's what I told Charles, and what I want to share with you now. Some fruits, though delicious and full of nutrients, can become problematic after 60 because of how your body changes with age. Let's look at 4 of them. 1. Grapes. They're small, sweet, and seem harmless. But grapes are among the highest in natural sugars, and they're easy to overeat. 1 cup of grapes has more sugar than a chocolate chip cookie. For seniors managing blood glucose, grapes can trigger unexpected spikes that leave you tired, jittery, and craving more. 2 bananas. Yes, they're rich in potassium, but ripe bananas also rank high on the glycemic index, meaning they digest quickly and can raise blood sugar fast. If you take medications that affect potassium levels, like certain diuretics or heart medications, bananas can also tip the balance and create heart rhythm issues or leg cramps. 3. Dried fruits like raisins, dates, or dried apricots. Dried fruit is just fruit with the water removed. But what's left behind is concentrated sugar. A handful of raisins has the same sugar as a candy bar. Plus, many dried fruits are treated with sulfur or preservatives, which can irritate sensitive digestion and worsen inflammation. 4. Mangoes. Juicy, fragrant, and beloved. But mangoes are extremely high in natural sugar. 1 medium mango can have over 45 grams of sugar. That's more than a can of soda. If you're working to manage weight, balance blood sugar, or reduce inflammation, mangoes should be an occasional treat, not a daily habit. Now let me be clear. I'm not here to tell you to eliminate these fruits forever. Fruit isn't the enemy, but portion size, timing, and your unique health profile matter. A banana with protein and fiber at breakfast? That might work better than one on an empty stomach. A small piece of mango once a week? Perfectly fine for most. But if you're reaching for these fruits daily, or thinking of them as safe, snacks simply because they're natural, your body may be sending you signals it's time to rethink. Back to Charles. He didn't stop eating fruit. He just switched his habits. He began choosing low-sugar options, added a handful of nuts when eating fruit, and limited dried fruits to once a week. Within weeks, his energy returned. His sugar levels dropped slightly and his morning stiffness eased. Small changes, big result. In our next section, let's shift from caution to confidence and talk about the fruits your body does love after 60. Ones that quietly protect your memory, digestion, joints, and circulation, and that you can enjoy often without worry. There are 4 fruits that support brain, heart, and joint health. After 60, after talking about which fruits to be mindful of, let's turn toward the ones that truly work in your favor. The fruits that can gently support your body as it ages, especially your memory, heart, and joints. Because here's the truth, not all fruit is created equal. Some are like loud guests, sweet, exciting, but exhausting. Others are like quiet friends, dependable, nourishing, and good for the long haul. Let me tell you about George. He's 72, a retired teacher, sharp as ever, but had been feeling foggy in the mornings. His doctor ruled out anything serious, but George felt off, forgetful, low on energy, and often waking up stiff. One small change made a big difference: the fruits he kept in his kitchen. Let's explore 4 fruits that, when eaten regularly and thoughtfully, can help seniors feel clearer, stronger, and more balanced. 1. Blueberries, tiny but mighty. Blueberries are packed with antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, natural compounds that help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain. This means they don't just taste good, they help protect memory and slow age-related cognitive decline. A handful a day, fresh or frozen, can be a true brain booster. 2. Kiwi. This fuzzy little fruit is often underestimated, but kiwi contains natural melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. Poor sleep is a silent contributor to memory loss, high blood pressure, and mood swings in seniors. By adding kiwi to your evening routine, perhaps an hour before bed, you may fall asleep faster and rest more deeply. 3. Papaya. Soft, sweet, and kind to your stomach. Papaya is rich in digestive enzymes like papain, which help break down food gently, ideal for seniors dealing with bloating, reflux, or slow digestion. It's also high in vitamin C and A, both crucial for immune health and joint support. Just a few slices can go a long way in easing discomfort and improving gut function. 4. Apples, especially with the skin on. Crisp, simple, and reliable. Apples contain soluble fiber, particularly pectin, which helps regulate cholesterol, manage blood sugar, and support a healthy gut microbiome. The skin is where most of the antioxidants live, so eat them whole when possible. Apples are also low in sugar and versatile, great on their own, or paired with protein for a blood sugar-friendly snack. Back to George. Once he swapped out his afternoon cookies and occasional banana split for a bowl of blueberries and sliced kiwi, he noticed something subtle but real. He slept more soundly, remembered names more easily, and no longer felt like his joints were rusted shut each morning. The key isn't perfection, it's presence. Being more present and thoughtful about what you eat can add up over time. You don't need exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. Sometimes, it's just choosing the fruit that speaks your body's language. And the best part? These fruits aren't hard to find. You can pick up most of them at your local market. They're simple, affordable, and senior-friendly. In our next section, let's talk about how to make these fruit choices even smarter. By knowing when to eat them, how to combine them with other foods, and which popular habits might secretly be holding you back. Unit 4. How to eat fruit wisely for your age. Timing, pairing, pitfalls. You've probably heard the phrase, it's not just what you eat, it's how and when. That couldn't be truer when it comes to fruit, especially after 60. Let's revisit a woman named Margaret. She's 66, always cheerful, loves her early morning juice and late-night fruit smoothies. She thought she was making great choices, but every afternoon she'd feel an energy crash. Her doctor said her blood sugar was unstable and she couldn't figure out why. After all, it was just fruit. The answer, as it turns out, was all about timing and pairing. As we age, our metabolism slows, our insulin sensitivity drops, and our digestion changes. That means fruit, even the good ones, needs to be eaten with a little more strategy. Let's start with timing. For most seniors, fruit is best enjoyed earlier in the day, ideally in the morning or early afternoon. Why? Because that's when your body is naturally more active, better able to process carbohydrates, and less likely to store sugar as fat. Eating a bowl of fruit late at night, especially alone without protein or fiber, can lead to blood sugar spikes while you sleep. This not only disrupts rest, but can also leave you feeling foggy, hungry, or anxious in the morning. Margaret was drinking her fruit smoothie right before bed. Even though it was natural, it was still loaded with sugar, and no protein or fat to slow it down. Once she moved her smoothie to breakfast and added a scoop of Greek yogurt or a tablespoon of peanut butter, her blood sugar leveled out, and her sleep improved dramatically. Next, let's talk about pairing. Fruit alone digests quickly, which can spike blood sugar and leave you hungry soon after. But when you combine fruit with a protein or healthy fat, like apple with almond butter, kiwi with a boiled egg, or papaya with a few walnuts, it slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and helps you feel full longer. This is especially important if you're dealing with diabetes, pre-diabetes, or weight management goals. Balanced snacks are key. And finally, let's talk about a few common pitfalls. Juice. Even if it's fresh, juice is essentially concentrated sugar without the fiber. One glass of orange juice has as much sugar as a soda. It's far better to eat the whole fruit. Chew it, digest it slowly, and get the fiber that your gut needs. Dried fruits. They sound healthy, but they're just fruit with the water removed, and that means more sugar per bite. A small handful of dried mango can have the sugar of several fresh slices. Plus, dried fruits often contain preservatives that irritate digestion. Smoothies? Yes, they can be healthy, but many smoothies are sugar bombs in disguise. If you're blending multiple fruits, juices, and flavored yogurts, the sugar content can skyrocket. Instead, build your smoothies with balance. One fruit, some greens, plain Greek yogurt, and maybe a spoonful of flaxseed or protein powder. Fruit on an empty stomach. While it might sound cleansing, fruit alone, especially citrus or high-acid options, can irritate the stomach lining, cause bloating, or lead to blood sugar crashes. Pair it or follow it with something more grounding. Back to Margaret. She didn't give up fruit, she just got smarter about it. Her morning now starts with a slice of apple and peanut butter. Her afternoon snack is half a banana with cottage cheese. No more juice at night. No more late-night crashes. And that's really the heart of today's message. Fruit isn't good or bad. It's about listening to your body, eating with intention, and choosing combinations that support how you want to feel. In the next and final part of our video, I'll bring everything together and share a simple takeaway you can start applying today to make fruit your ally, not your obstacle. Let's take a step back and reflect on what we've explored today. You've learned that even something as innocent as fruit, a symbol of health and vitality, can shift in meaning as we age. After 60, your body changes. What once gave you energy might now leave you tired. What once felt like a safe snack might be quietly working against your joints, your blood sugar, or your sleep. But here's the empowering truth. You don't need to fear food. You just need to understand. And more importantly, understand yourself. We talked about fruits that can cause hidden problems. Grapes, bananas, mangoes, and dried fruits. Not because they're bad, but because they're easy to overeat, high in sugar, or tough on aging systems. Then we turned toward nourishment. Blueberries for your brain, kiwi for your sleep, papaya for your digestion, and apples for your heart. Simple choices, easily available, and deeply healing when used well. And finally, we discussed how to eat fruit in a way that truly works with your body. Not just what you eat, but when you eat it, and how you pair it. Because food is more than fuel. It's rhythm, it's timing, it's partnership. So here's your gentle invitation today. Take one small action. Maybe swap that late-night juice for a sliced apple with a few nuts. Maybe add a handful of blueberries to your breakfast. Or simply pay closer attention to how you feel after a snack. And listen to what your body tells you. Aging doesn't mean restriction. It means refinement, wisdom, grace. You still deserve sweet things, but the kind that leave you feeling better, not worse. The kind that support your body as it is, not as it used to be. You are not fragile. You are adapting. And with the right choices, even your fruit bowl can be a tool for strength, clarity, and comfort. Thank you for spending your time with us here at Senior Health. Remember, your health journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress, one gentle step at a time. If today's video brought you clarity or comfort, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who might benefit. We're here to grow healthier together. See you next time. And until then, stay kind to your body and your mind.